Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Charter Moms Chats Road Edition. If you can see my son in the back. Hey, Nicholas, can you wave? Hey! I just picked up my son from school. Running a little behind today because of traffic on good old Loop 410. But the important thing is that this is Charter Moms Chats. I'm Inga Cotton. I'm the founder and executive director of San Antonio Charter Moms. And the purpose of Charter Moms Chats is to have conversations that will give families the information they need to choose schools that are the right fit for their children. And today on our site, we're featuring Brooks Academies, which is a network of charter schools across San Antonio. Each campus has its own specialization, and I'm so excited that today we have a panel of principals. So this is a very high wattage group of people on Charter Moms Chats. So let me introduce this panel of principals that we have. Okay, so on screen, so next to me is TaLisa Wilson, and she's the principal at okay, so is it Brooks Academy Oaks or Brooks Oaks Academy?
Either way, Brooks Oaks Academy.
That's the one that's on the northwest side. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
and then we also have next to TaLisa is Coach Almazan, and so she is at Brooks Collegiate Academy, which is that is a full range. They go all the way up to grade 12. They're at Loop 410 in Vance Jackson, and so she works with the big kids. And then they also have Coach Vargas who works with the younger kids, but they're a great team. So that's Coach Almazan from Brooks Collegiate Academy. Okay, so below me on the Brady Bunch screen is Miss Bonnie Salas, and she's a veteran of Charter Moms Chat. She shared her story as a mom of students at BASE and also principal at BASE. So BASE is Brooks Academy of Science and Engineering, and that is the original campus of Brooks in San Antonio. It is a STEM-oriented campus. So Bonnie, welcome back to Charter Moms Chats.
Thank
Okay, so
you.
next to Bonnie, we have another Charter Moms Chat veteran, is Barry LeMaitre, and I hope I got that right, or at least close. So can you correct me?
It's LeMaitre.
LeMaitre. Okay.
Good try.
I'm trying. Okay, so he is the amazing principal at Brooks Lone Star, which is located just inside Loop 410, kind of near North Star Mall, and they are they offer a lot of Spanish language courses, Spanish immersion, beautiful campus. And Barry often comes to our school discovery day events, and they bring lots of spirit. So Barry Lemaitre, closer. Okay.
A lot closer. Yes, thank you.
Keep working on it. Okay, and then in the bottom corner is Christina Garza, who is so she is with the virtual school version of Brooks. So she's here to talk about the virtual academy and how that works. So, So this is a big panel, and we have a lot to cover. But they all know what kind of questions. I'm going to start sending questions different ways, and they'll each get a chance to showcase their particular campus. So. Okay, so the first question I have is for Mr. Barry for Brooks Lone Star, and but I want you to talk not just about your campus, but overall, Brooks Academies of Texas. What's the mission vision?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Inga, again for the lovely welcome. I am the school principal of Brooks Lone Star Academy. Brooks Academies is 4 schools, but we actually are part of the Somerset Academy Inc. network. So we have a shared purpose and vision across not only Texas, but all our other states that our schools are founded in. But that the vision of all of our schools is all about empowerment, empowering students to explore their global learning opportunities, to promote and enrich their communities, and also not just the communities around them, but communities that we're serving, regardless of where we are. And the purpose is to create this transformational culture that maximizes the students' achievement and their development of accountability. That's a key word for us right now, accountability. But we also want to make sure that they are global learners and they are at all times in a safe and enriching environment. And I know we'll talk about that later with our SEL component. That's fostering high quality care.
Thank you, Barry. That was a great overview about Brooks Academies of Texas, and that you mentioned Somerset. And I know there's some campuses in Florida, and things like the SLAM curriculum, that's the sports focus that they have at Brooks. That was originated in, I think, in one of the Florida schools. So okay, great. And you mentioned SEL, and we will talk more on that. So my next question I want to send to Coach Almazan, and actually this ties back to we had some guest posts from Paula Turner, who's part of the leadership at Brooks, on things like like she teaches about mindfulness and like mindfulness moments and things like that. So we have stuff like this on the blog. There's you can find links to it in the enrollment guide blog post, and there's a link to that in the description of the video. So that's my plug for the blog. But my question I have for Coach Almazan has to do with so how does Brooks balance having high academic standards and also supporting students' social emotional well-being and their mental health?
So Brooks Academies of Texas has a department that is dedicated, just as you said, to our social and emotional learning. And so, with the pandemic, we were able to build that department from one person to an actual department and to be able to service all of our schools. So with that, with Coach Turner, we have the SEL team that goes into our classrooms to provide those social, emotional, and lessons that educates our students on how to deal with the social challenges of the day-to-day, that the educational organization brings. So the social and emotional learning is how the implementation is how we are able to connect the struggles of academics with the daily social life.
Yeah, I remember like some of the things that Coach Turner shared with us and with our readers. One had to do with like the yoga for classrooms and like pulling cards out of that deck and like trying the different poses, and like it's amazing, like the breathing and
the breathing mechanisms.
That really helped me.
Those are what is the sound pot that she made, I forget the name of it, guys, but I know she uses those techniques, and we have the curriculum that the leaders will go in and use in the classroom so that to give those techniques and those strategies to our students so that they are able to cope and deal with the high academic rigor that we do bring about to our organization. So yes, it is those techniques and the platform that we do use that is able to keep our students, emotionally stable and working, be able to achieve those high academic standards.
Yeah, like that's really a life skill, like to be able to have self-awareness and calm yourself, and then get your mind in the right frame of mind to be a good learner, or do creative work and things like that. That's a great foundation. It's a great toolkit to give kids that they can use throughout their lives. Okay, so the next phase of this chat, I want to ask each of y'all in turn, like what's unique about the curriculum and the traditions at your campus. So I'm going to send it down to Bonnie, since since Brooks Academy of Science and Engineering we're going in chronological order of like when the campuses originated in San Antonio. Since BASE was the first campus, so first question goes to Bonnie. So I wonder if you could talk more about, it's kind of in the name, right, Science and Engineering, but if you could talk about the curriculum at BASE.
Yes, absolutely. So in elementary, of course, we want to ensure that our elementary students are proficient in the core subjects, reading and mathematics. Our teachers are constantly monitoring and progressing. We use a great tool called iReady that we've implemented this year, and it has shown us the leaps and bounds of growth that we've been able to achieve at every grade level from K through 8, especially during the pandemic. In our elementary exclusively, we do offer specials, which would be technology, music, art class, which our students love, and then of course physical education. Our students are exposed to engineering in elementary through projects. We're actually having a STEM night, and our elementary teachers have received the STEM project that they'll all be working on at every different grade level. So we're excited about that. And once our students stream into middle school, there they have the opportunities to explore other electives and kind of see what their high school pathways will be. Are they interested in the arts and humanities? Do they love their art classes, their theater classes, band, music? Or are they wanting to go more to health and to the business careers? Additionally, we have T-STEM, so we are a T-STEM accredited campus for those students who are interested in taking those engineering pathways. And so we've already had some initial meetings. We have our application process open. So it's a school within a school. Our 8th graders apply, and it's a cohort that provides the opportunity for our students to gain work experience, but also in taking those accelerated courses that allow them to not only be exposed to the careers that are of interest, but they also provide them the opportunity in experiencing what that work's going to look like when they go into college. Ultimately, when they graduate, we want all of our children to be successful and productive citizens, whether that looks like college bound, or they've graduated with a certificate, or they're super close to an associate's degree. We just want them to be able to be successful in whatever endeavor they choose to take when they graduate from our campus.
Well, that shows a great picture of like what the possibilities are, and the fact that there's that cohort that can do T-STEM and get that extra preparation. Okay, so I wanted to the next Brooks campus that opened was Brooks Lone Star, although for a while it was called Brooks Estrella, right? With the Spanish language. So Barry, can you tell us more about Brooks Lone Star and what curriculum aspects are unique at your campus?
I definitely can. Yeah, it's actually, I think it's been named 3 different things. It was Brooks St. Philip's, and then Brooks International Studies, and then it became Brooks Lone Star. And we've moved 3 times as well in the space of 5 years. So all about transition here at Lone Star. So at Lone Star, we're very unique because we are the campus that promotes world languages. And currently right now, that world language is Spanish. So our school is very different to our other elementary schools because our elementary students actually have 2 curriculum pathways that they can follow. We have the Spanish language program, and what that looks like is the students will get their core subject classes, which is English language arts, math, and science. All of that will be provided to them in English by a certified teacher, and then they will actually get an hour of Spanish, which also encompasses social studies for an hour, as I said, an hour a day, and that's with a certified bilingual teacher. So that's the Spanish language program. On top of that, those students do get their electives, would actually obviously be Spanish, but they also get PE daily, and they also get 2 15-minute recess times to get those wiggles out. Our other program is the dual language 50-50 immersion program. And what that looks like for the students is they'd actually have 2 separate teachers. They'll either start the day with their English immersion teacher, and their English immersion teacher will teach them English language arts, math, and science, all in English. Then the other 50% of the day is all in Spanish, and they would go to their Spanish language arts teacher, who will also teach math and social studies. And then those students get their electives as well, which would be art and PE, and they get 2 15-minute recess blocks as well. So those are our 2 very unique pathways. And so what happens is some students will come into one pathway, it's not the right fit for them, so we'll transition them through to the next one. But it's been amazing. Our dual language program, we're going into our 3rd year now, and our Spanish language program has been running now for 5 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. There's a group of Brooks Lone Star parents in the Charter Moms discussion group, and they're very enthusiastic about it. And they're always recommending it to families with young children, and say, well, be sure and check out Brooks Lone Star. And that there's because the Spanish language program and the dual language program offers options, and it gives the kids that good foundation in a foreign language. It helps their brains to be more flexible.
You're right. And we just started implementing it this year into our pre-K program. So our pre-K students, one day they get all in English, the next day they get in Spanish. And you're right, they absorb it like a sponge at that younger age level.
Yeah. Okay, so TaLisa, you're next because Brooks Academy Oaks was the next campus to open. So I was wondering if you could talk about what's unique about the curriculum at Brooks Oaks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We are known for promoting the fine arts. We call it FAD, Fine Arts Department, which includes music, art, dance, and we also include P in that because we stress the movement part. And so our kiddos have the opportunity to do, we have 2 huge showcases and we cluster them. So K through 2 does their showcase in the spring. And we are doing that on purpose because we want to make sure that we give them the opportunity to see how 3 through 5 presents a showcase in the fall. And it gives the FAD team time to really work with the younger kiddos. We also promote and put on a summer camp. So it doesn't just happen during the year, but there is a FAD summer camp where the FAD department provides various opportunities for the kids to hone in on their acting skills, their artistic skills, dance skills. And this summer, we're adding theater to our summer camp. So we're really excited about that. We also want to expose the kids to different community venues such as Carver, going to the Carver and looking at different presentations and plays, as well as going to the symphony. So those are some of our major field trips that we go on. And one component that I would like to share with you, Miss Inga, is that starting next year, we are going to have one self-contained 6th grade class. So next year, Brooks Academy will be K through 6th grade.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Sorry. Some technical difficulties from the car. Okay. Ms. Wilson, can you go ahead and
Yes, ma'am.
can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't hear you guys. But how about Ms. Wilson, go ahead and keep talking. Let's see.
Sure. I'll start over. Can you hear me?
I was able to hear. I wonder if the live stream is able to hear and if she wants us to go around. Maybe were y'all able to hear?
Yes.
What to do?
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it in the chat for Inga.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Unfortunately, I'm not able to hear you all. I may have to do questions over. I may have to type in chat or something. Let's see if it gets reconnected. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. This is awkward because I can't hear you guys. Okay. Did Ms. Wilson get a chance to finish answering the question? She did. Okay, I can see y'all nodding. Okay. I'm gonna send it over to Monique next to talk about the curriculum at Brooks Collegiate Academy, and then while y'all are talking, I'm gonna try to get my my audio sorted out. Okay.
Yes, Ms. Cotton, thank you for the opportunity to talk about Brooks Collegiate Academy. So here at Brooks Collegiate Academy, we're a pre-K through 12th grade campus. And just as at base, we work on our proficiency for K through 8 through reading and mathematics and all of our other subjects as well, but the reading math proficiency. And then moving into middle school, we are unique because we're a SLAM campus, the Sports Leadership and Management campus. And streaming into the middle school is when we implement the SLAM wheel. So that sports leadership and marketing component is what those middle school students will get a feel for, as well as, with our the arts, we have theater, we've got PE, music. Those are the middle school, and that leads us to our high school, the high school component, which is, of course, we have our internships as we get into our junior and senior year. And then our early college high school. So we're a high school within a school within a high school. And then so with the high school, what we are able to do through that early college high school is you can earn either an associate's degree or up to from 40 to 60 hours in those college credits. And one thing that this year that we were able to implement and that what sets us apart is the Alamo Promise. So all of my students who graduate from Brooks Collegiate Academy have the opportunity for that Alamo Promise so that they can go into the colleges and have that paid for. for the first 2 years. So what really makes us unique is the sports leadership and management component, as well as the early college high school.
Okay, I saw Coach Almazan finish talking. So unfortunately, I'm still having audio issues, but I'm gonna send it next to Christina Garza. She's in the bottom corner, and she's the specialist in Brooks Virtual Academy. So, and then Christina, if you could just like maybe type in the chat and let me know when you're done answering, and then I'll continue to kind of MC this.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to thank you for this opportunity to talk about the virtual program. So this is our first year with offering of the virtual learning. There is an application process for anyone that is interested. And of course, they do have to either be enrolled into one of our 4 campuses, or they are able to enroll. So there is an application process. It does go from K to 9th grade. We are hoping to add 10th grade next year. So this is a great opportunity for those that do qualify to have that virtual, experience now that, with COVID and things coming around. So that gives parents and families an opportunity. I'm done.
Okay, I saw the thumbs up. So, Christina, thank you for sharing about Brooks' virtual option. So next, I want to go back around each campus and give everyone a chance to share something that talks about school culture and traditions. And we're going to do it in order of the oldest campus to newest campus. So, Bonnie, can you share like a story or an example that talks about school culture at base at Brooks Academy of Science and Engineering?
Absolutely. At base, I think that the thing that I'm most proud of is our sense of unity and family. We have many of our staff members that have their children here. And as you know, I've said it a million times, my child is here as well as is all the other administrators that are on campus. We all have our children here. We love a good dress up day. So of course, like many schools right now, we're celebrating Read Across America. Waiting for me at our brand new state-of-the-art football field. Shortly after this, we're having our re-enrollment wellness fair. So if anybody's in the area of Brooks or off of 410 and wants to drop by, we'll be here till 6 p.m. And we have food booths, we have vendors, we have local community personnel that are out there just helping us and supporting us, and also getting to speak a little bit about their businesses. But the Brooks community here has really embraced our campus. They're always willing to help. Our partnerships, our families are out of this world. They support us. We wouldn't be here without family support, especially going through virtual and coming back. They're very patient with us. And I just love the collective spirit of pride that our staff, our students, and our families exude for us. Our kids do so much with what we have, and it's something that I'm very proud of. Perseverance, resilience, and unity, for sure. And I'm done.
I saw the thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, so we're going in seniority order. So we're going to ask Mr. Berry to share a story about school culture from the Brooks Lone Star Academy.
For sure. So just like Miss Salas said, and I think I mentioned it earlier on, the Brooks Lone Star has transitioned 3 times in the past 5 years. And our families have moved with us. The majority of families have relocated over that 5-year time period. So it echoes kind of what Miss Salas was saying, family and unity. That's what Brooks Lone Star is. Like you said, Inga, we have a strong presence of family members on the San Antonio Charter School Moms. And I echo when families are talking on San Antonio Charter School Moms, many of our parents will chime in and say, go and visit the school. Just go and visit, because I'm a true believer that we need to practice what we preach. And I can sell ice to Eskimos, but these parents are the ones in the trenches. They're going through that every day. And as soon as I would say maybe 95% of our families that tour the campus sign up there and then, because as soon as you walk into the building, it's just harmonious. You visited the campus. We literally do practice what we preach. We're all about family. We're all about unity. We've created that not just from our leadership team and faculty members, but with the students, with the community that we're serving. And interestingly enough, many of our students don't actually come from the local community. They actually come from 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away, because these parents are very prideful of who we are at Brooks Lone Star and what we're achieving. Because we're a very small campus, we have the opportunity to be more personalized here at Lone Star. Our largest class right now is 20 students. So we really can give that private school education in a public school setting. So it's helping the children take ownership. And throughout all of our district, we do that. We're here to educate the students, but they are a huge component in mapping out their own educational pathway. So we have data chats with them. We celebrate successes. And I know all of our campus did that. We just did something called a Wreck-It Challenge with our iReady assessments, which Miss Wilson talked about earlier. And 100% of our students wrecked that challenge. So bounce houses are us. They were all out. I think the best moment was seeing me struggle over the bounce house. So they're all excited to see the next diagnostic assessment. And the one good thing I love about being here at Lone Star is the diverse culture we do serve. And throughout the year, we have project-based learning activities. And if you look at Brooks Lone Star Facebook page, you'll see we just celebrated Black History Month. We celebrated Hispanic Heritage. And what the students do is we have committees that will come up with creative ways on how to help the students learn about those communities that we serve, especially for that global leader vision that we have as a district. And then the students go around, they do walks around, like the museum walks, and they'll go around the whole school and use the opportunity to converse with each other. So I would say if anybody's looking for a VIP tour, please call the school.
Thank you. And thanks for bearing with me with the audio issues. I'm looking forward to going back in later and getting to hear all these stories. But in the meantime, I can still be the MC. So thank you, Barry. And then next I want to send it to TaLisa to share a story about school culture about Brooks Academy Oaks.
Sure thing. I echo the sentiments from Ms. Salas and Mr. LeMaitre. Family, unity, and then community. And when I say community, Brooks Oaks Academy works very hard in helping our kids give back to their current community. So we partner up with a lot of different organizations in the area of San Antonio. We've partnered with Food Bank. We've partnered with another organization where we held a coat drive. We've done a blanket drive. And we're currently wrapping up our participation with the Kids Heart Challenge. We're super proud of that challenge because our campus has raised over $6,000. And so the classrooms who have finished that FIN's mission, which is part of that Kids Heart Challenge, they will get to participate in a color blast when we return after spring break and put paint all over their teachers in celebration of raising all of the money that they've raised. So we're real proud of the community service projects that Oaks participates in.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Okay, so I want to ask Monique to share from Brooks Collegiate Academy as the sort of newest Brooks campus in town. Can you share a story or example that would demonstrate the school culture?
Yes, ma'am. Just as my wonderful principals from around our district have talked about unity, family, and community, we are also very big on unity and family in our community. We do just as Oaks does. We go with our elementary, middle, and high school, and we participate with the food bank. So our early college high school goes and we collect for food bank. We have done the American Heart Association, the jump rope for heart. That was just something that we've recently done. And then with in the families with here at BCA, what traditions that we have started and that we've continued with are family events like our Valentine's dance, our teddy bear picnic, where we bring in those kinder kiddos with the parents. They come and have lunch on our field, on our football field. We have our dances that we share with the families, as well as one thing that I know at base they also do this, and I guess we picked up the tradition from them and started with our seniors, that senior walk. So the senior walk that we do every year, we parade our seniors through the hallways from pre-K through 12th through 11th grade and throughout the entire school, so that the kindergartners see all the elementary school students and middle school students, everyone on our campus gets to see the success and what it means and what it looks like to be a graduate. And so that brings that motivation. That's something I'm very proud of that we're able to accomplish here at BCA, is that senior walk. So
okay, great. Thank you, Coach Almazan. So I really appreciate getting all these stories that bring the Brooks Academy's culture to life and how it's unique at each campus. So I want to make sure that we give parents who are listening, hopefully they're getting excited and getting curious about Brooks Academies. TaLisa, I'm going to send it over to you. And I don't have my banner set up properly, so if you could kind of spell out like what the website is, so folks can find information, and just tips like how can they get a tour, how can they contact somebody on campus, and do the enrollment, things like that.
Sure. So we are asking interested parents to go to brooksacademy.schoolmint.net/sign in. And then you will scroll down to the bottom. And if you haven't created an account already, we ask that you create an account, select the campus of your choice. You will receive an offer via email or text message. And then you have 2 weeks to accept that offer. After you accept the offer, then you'll be able to complete the registration forms and upload the required documents. Once our registrars verify that the required documents have been uploaded and the registration forms have been completed, then you will receive a welcome letter. And so, yes, Barry, clap, clap, clap. You will receive a welcome letter that's going to be sent to you. It's going to confirm that everything looks good as far as the completed registration and uploaded documents. But hey, I have a caveat. If you are interested in your children registering now, contact the schools now. We have space. So we want to make sure we put that out there. We're not just waiting till next school year. You can register your kids at any of the 4 campuses in our district.
Unfortunately, I seem to have turned sideways somehow, but I will consider this a win for the mobile edition of Charter Moms Chats. It seems fitting to kind of close it out this way. I'm very grateful. Like, this is, I'm humbled by the time and attention that went into this panel, and all these great principals at these campuses and the virtual campus. Christina, thank you all very much. And I encourage you families to check the description of the video. It'll take you to the enrollment guide blog post. We've got lots of information there, and just, find out what's unique about these campuses, reach out, take a tour, and see about getting your kids enrolled at Brooks Academies. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Inga.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.